Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Today is Thursday, guys, and I'm coming on because I'm going to do some stuff in the kitchen and stuff, and I don't know, I'm not feeling the best today, but pushing myself because I don't really feel like it's only 2:20 and I don't feel like really sitting on the couch yet. If I sit on the couch now or on the chair now and get into my book or my, my television or whatever, I'm not going to get anything accomplished, and I need to get a few things accomplished in the kitchen today. Was out pretty early, well around 10:30. I ran to the food store. If you see up above, I have a grocery haul up there that it was an unexpected. I had to run to the food store to get Julie a few things, and she's like, "Mom, just take my credit card and get what you need, and all that." I was talking about how we were a little light this week. But when I say light, I don't mean that we don't have anything. I told you guys, my house is full, but it's just all in here, whatever. So anyway, I got some stuff that I needed. Anyway, so if you go look up above, you'll see that grocery haul. But I'm coming back right now a little bit early before the What's for Dinner. I'm going to add this on to the What's for Dinner, obviously. And I just have some stuff I'm doing. I just cleaned out a little bit of my refrigerator. I have some dishes to do. I have some other stuff I have to fit in my refrigerator. I had to clean out some of my refrigerator, some of my leftovers that I had a couple things that I didn't utilize, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Just every day I try my best, and that's all I could do is try the hardest I can, and that's it. So so the dogs are in and out. It's kind of cloudy and rainy today, kind of chilly. Yesterday it was like 75. Today it's like 40. So this weather is just so strange. As long as we don't get more snow, I'll be happy. But who knows? You never know. And sometimes in April we get snowstorms. So in New York, so we'll see. But anyway, so let me get some stuff done. I'm gonna I just let the dogs out. I'm gonna let them back in, and then I'll take you along with me in the kitchen and show you just a few things I'm doing. Nothing special, nothing important. I really wanted to make some cottage cheese bagels today, and some cottage cheese bread, but I'm not know if I'm feeling that motivated and that energetic. I might do the bagels. I'm gonna see. I really, really, really want to make them. My sister makes them. She says they're awesome, and I hear from a lot of people that they're really, really good. And I've been craving bagels. When I was in the store, I almost bought bagels, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to buy real bagels because I'm going to go home and make those cottage cheese bagels, because if I have the real bagels, I'm going to eat them, and the carbs aren't good for me. So let's try the cottage cheese bagels. I bought other snacks like donuts and other stuff that I, binge on here and there once in a blue moon. So I don't want to add bagels to it anyway. So that's what I want to do. But, wanting to do it and doing it are two different things. So I've been wanting to make Italian gravy for the last couple of days and just haven't had the energy to do that yet. So I'm probably pushing that to either tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know. I just haven't had the energy to make the gravy. And I want to make lasagna. So I just got to realize, too, I don't know if I have lasagna in there. I hope I have lasagna. Otherwise, I got to stop back at the store and somebody's going to have to get me lasagna because I forgot that to check and see if I have it. I think I have it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, enough of chatting, and let's get moving. All right, so I cleaned out some of the Tupperwares from my fridge, and now I have this stuff to get in the fridge that I had just bought today. So I have broccoli, I have, zucchini here. I'm going to make zucchini boats with these. Not sure when. I have a pepper that has to go in there. I have buttered lettuce, and I have some coleslaw cabbage that I need to put in the fridge. So let's turn these around. Let me get organized here. Let me get organized. Let's move you over a little bit. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing over here in the fridge. Okay. Yeah, yesterday I was wearing a t-shirt, no sleeves or sleeveless, short sleeve, and today I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. All right, so I got these drawers here. Got so much crap in here. Can't fit everything. Okay, here's the spare ribs. These are those spare ribs I was telling you about yesterday. These are the brown sugar ones. I'm going to stick these in the freezer because nobody's going to eat these right now. Alright, so those are going to go in the freezer. Get rid of those. I have cottage cheese here. I just put more cottage cheese. This is leftover chicken. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to keep that in here because I'm not sure what I'm doing with that yet. I have Greek yogurt here that I had last night. Let's put, we'll get this in here, that in here. The lettuce, the coleslaw I can fit in here. I just, I actually went downstairs and I put, you know, I bought that, if you look up above, I bought the big 3 package of the 72 package of Kraft cheese, and I took 2 of the packages because it comes like in 3 packages. So I took 2 of the packages, put them downstairs. I put the meat downstairs. I bought chopped meat. I bought ham steaks, and I bought sausage. No chicken this week. I have some chicken in there. We had chicken, and we've been eating chicken. I need a break from chicken for at least 2 or 3, 4 days, maybe. I don't know. Usually, you know, I usually have it quicker than that. But I bought sausage. I bought 2 big packages of sausage. One I'm going to put in my gravy, my Italian gravy, and the other I might make like sausage heroes, like with peppers. I only have 2 peppers, so I'll have to stop during the weekend and get a couple more peppers. And I was thinking about making either sausage and peppers, or I'm craving like a hero with sausage on it with peppers. So I don't know, sausage and peppers, and then we'll have it on, you know, on hoagie rolls or whatever. That's what I'll probably do. Anyway, broccoli was on sale, and I have some broccoli in here, and it really is not enough, so I wanted to get, when I saw this on sale, I said, let me get another couple of heads of broccoli, because we're big broccoli people. And either I buy the frozen broccoli, I usually always have that in my freezer, or I really, really like the fresh. And the more I buy the fresh, the more I want the fresh. But, you know, I always keep frozen broccoli. Just like the string beans, I buy the whole fresh string beans, but I always usually keep them in my freezer just to have them in a pinch, you know. So I made my husband and myself a coffee this morning. Mine is sugar-free. Love these sugar-free coffees. Once or twice a week I have a real one. Today I have a real one. I'm sorry. I lied. I didn't lie. I just made a mistake. Today I'm having a real one. Yesterday I had a sugar-free. I have one a day, so try to have as many sugar-frees as I can, and just really trying to watch myself. My sugars are much better. I woke up this morning. My sugar wasn't low. It was nice, and it was low, but it wasn't dangerously low. So I'm happy with that. And my doctor's going to be very happy next month when I go. I'm really trying to do better and get my A1C down, because it just really isn't good. It isn't good, you know. Diabetes is a nightmare. I don't want to talk about it, but anyway, let's not go there right now, because I go there a lot. All right, so I got that in there. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Do I want to make zucchini boats right now? Do I want to make the cottage cheese bagels? Let me go and look at the recipe again for the cottage cheese bagels. It's very simple. I think it's like 3 ingredients. So I think I'm gonna make that. Let me get myself in order. I gotta do these little dishes that are here. Ugh, I don't feel like doing dishes. I hate doing dishes. I don't have a dishwasher. Where are the dishwashers? Even when I had a dishwasher, I hated dishwashers because you had to fill it and then empty it. And it's like with everything, guys, right? Everything, there's an issue with everything. You're never happy. Well, I wouldn't say that, but anyway, trying to just get a little things accomplished. So I gotta take the garbage out. I really should vacuum and sweep. I gotta go over the bathroom. I go over the bathroom every day to every other day, because there's 5 people in this house. And there's 3 men. Okay, 3 men. And we only have 1 bathroom, guys. Yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. But, the boys, my husband's the only one who will wipe down the bathroom and stuff. My daughter, nah, she never does it. My son, he'll take the garbage out in the bathroom once in a while, maybe wipe down something once in a while, but nah. It's my husband and I mainly who do the bathroom, which I'm always yelling at my adult kids to clean the bathroom, but it usually falls on my husband and I. But I just can't stand a dirty bathroom, so every day I go in there and I wipe down. We have those things where they have the stick and the little thing goes on it, and then you scrub. it's a mess. So anyway, I want to wipe down the bathroom. That's becoming like a daily or every other day thing, a habit that I'm doing because it's just awful. And the vacuuming mainly every day because the dog hair. My dog shed like crazy, so we're constantly hairballs all over. We have to vacuum once a day. I at least vacuum the kitchen once or twice a day because the kitchen just gets. Let's face it, I'm not a clean cook. I'm a messy cook. So every night after dinner, my husband vacuums usually, or I vacuum, or we vacuum. We have hardwood floors, and there's just hair constantly. So anyway, I want to just get a few things like that done that we do every day. And so I have to take the garbage out. I just took the recycling out. So let's get the garbage. I'm gonna throw it over, and then the boys take it to the garbage. Oh, this is gonna be full. I'll empty out some stuff. So this is gonna be really heavy. And of course, the boys all went. The boys all leave. And does anybody get into the garbage? No, not really. Not unless I say, can somebody take the garbage out? Other than my husband. My husband does it constantly. The boys, and they're adults. It's not even like they're 15 years old. They're freaking 30. Like, do I have to tell you everything? Sorry, but it's the truth. This is heavy as heck. I'm not going to throw this over. I'm not going to throw it over the thing. I'm going to put it right out here. The problem with putting it right out here is that sometimes the dogs try to get into it, but with them going out in and out the way I'm watching them, they're not going to play with this. But I'm going to put it right out here because there's no way I can lift it over the... Oh, maybe I can. I don't know. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second. Let's see if I can do it. If I can, I'm just going to leave it right here. Yeah, I was able to get it out because it's better to put it over because then if it's there, 95% of the time, the boys will put it in the cans because the cans are a little further down. But a lot of times they don't. They'll walk right by it. I'm like, did you literally have to step over the garbage bag? Like they literally had to step over it to get to come into the house. I'm like, how do you step over the garbage? Like I don't understand. They're adults. I'm venting today, guys, a little bit. A lot of times I don't talk about certain stuff because, it's private or whatever. But sometimes I get aggravated and I need to talk to somebody. And I'm talking to you guys because it's very frustrating sometimes. My kids are great. I love them. They're great people and they're all of that. But they can be a little bit lazy. Comment down below if you have adult kids that live with you and can be very lazy and you always have to tell them, even when they're 32 years old, can they do this? Can they do that? It's crazy. It's crazy. Comment down below because I want to know if I'm alone or not. I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm alone in that. They all live their own lives, but hey, so do my husband and I, We want to live our own lives too. Anyway, guys, that's life. All right, so let's put this in there. Alright, so that's done. Sorry, now I know that's done. I'm gonna text them and say, look, because we have a line that we all chat on. Please put garbage in pails. Thank you very much. Bye, or the door's gonna be locked. Did I lock the door? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We live in a very nice area, but you never know the way the world is today. All right, so what should I do? Oh, I wanted to look at that cottage cheese recipe. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I found a 3-ingredient air fryer cottage cheese bagel recipe. Now, my sister, I'm pretty sure she did this in the air fryer. So I'm going to do this in the air fryer. 3 ingredients. It's cottage cheese. Let me get it up because I took screenshots. My printer I wanted to print it and my printer was just being annoying, so I don't know, it wouldn't print right away. It wouldn't print, so I'm just gonna do it like this on my phone. All right, so let's see what the ingredients are. 1 cup of cottage cheese. I don't know how many bagels this makes, I'll have to see. 1.5 cups of self-rising flour, and then 2 large eggs. All right, so here let's get this stuff together. Let me get the cottage cheese out. It says the recipe really prefers you use full fat cottage cheese. I remembered that, but when I went to the store, I didn't remember it, and I got 4% or whatever. It says you can still use that, the non-fat or the less fat. The texture won't be, I guess, as soft as they would if you did full fat. I think it says it'll be good, but the texture will just be a little off, which I don't know what that means anyways, because I don't know. I never made. I think I made yogurt ones, bagels one time, like with the yogurt, which came out really good. But anyway, I want to do these. I heard also my daughter's girlfriend told me that Julie told me that she makes cottage cheese pancakes and that they're amazing. Julie tasted them and they're really good. I'm gonna try those maybe tomorrow. I'll do the cottage cheese pancakes. Anyway, let me go get the cottage cheese. I need 2 eggs, everything bagel seasoning because I want to put everything on them, and then the self-rising flour. That's why I bought self-rising flour the other day, guys, because I didn't want to have to bother with doing it with the other, the all-purpose flour, which would have been fine if I had to, just add the stuff to it. But I just have self-rising, so it's just easier. All right, so let me get the cottage cheese out. I have cottage cheese that I have in here ready, and then I bought another one today because I knew that, see, this is 4%, and I bought the other 4%. I didn't buy full fat. It's okay, though. All right, so we need 2 eggs. Let's get 2 eggs out. I'm just going to make one batch right now because I want to see how they come out and how many you get. I don't know how many you get. You might get 2 or 3 out of this particular dough. So let's see. I don't know. I didn't read that. Let me put the eggs over here so I don't end up cracking them because I'm trying to grab everything. All right, so let's put the eggs back. Let me get a bowl. Oh, here's a bowl. No, I don't think that bowl's big enough for that. All right, we got this bowl here. Let's turn these around. Oh. Get my coffee over here. I gotta mix it up. Gets everything goes to the bottom, and then you don't taste the good stuff. Yeah, it's better. All right. All right, we gotta put this and that away. Let's do this. Let me get my phone to get the recipe. All right, so it only takes 10 minutes and 15 minutes to air fry. That's it. You'll have bagels in about 25 minutes. Start by taking a large mixing bowl, add the cottage cheese and the 2 large eggs into the bowl. Okay, let me get a cup measuring. Now I'm gonna do the is it in here? Yeah, it's in here. Guys, I hurt my ribs. I told you last week, and it's still hurting. I must have bruised my ribs because it's still hurting, and I know that ribs are the only thing that take forever, long time to feel better, and it's killing me. Just leaning over the couch, and I've done it before. I've done it before at ShopRite when I lean over sometimes I lean over the freezer to get something, and I've done it before, and it's always on this side for some reason. I don't know why. All right, so let's do this again. Add the cottage cheese and 2 large eggs. All right, we have this one. Oh, which one? We have this one open already. Last night I had some cottage cheese with a little bit of fruit. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So good. I put a little bit of brown sugar in it. Yeah, I know. Always got to do that sugary thing. That's me, guys. That's me. All right, a cup of cottage cheese. Now, you could put other seasonings in here if you want. You just got to, it said you got to do something else. But you got to add a little bit more flour or a little bit less flour. I don't know. All I know is that I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to put a little bit of everything, bagel seasoning, in the bagels. All right, let's see. Is that, where's my dish towel? Oh, that one fell on the floor. I'm not using that one. Here. 1 cup of cottage cheese. 1 cup. Okay. This is a cup. I'm not a big fan of plain cottage cheese. I have to have something in it. Either a little fruit. I always put a little salt in my cottage cheese too, which is bad, but I love it. Gotta have something in my cottage cheese. I can't eat plain cottage cheese. It has to have something in it. Anyway, okay, 2 eggs. 1. Love my garbage thing. Shell, but it's not. Okay, 2 eggs. So then it says, use a whisk or fork to make everything well combined. Till it's smooth and fully combined. Okay, we'll do the whisk. Pull my sleeves up. All right. And then it calls for a 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. This is nice and combined. I'm going to drop a little bit of salt in here because that's just me. A little bit of salt. I'm going to get the other cups because the flour is different than, let me see here. I can only find what I need to find before I need to find it. What is this? 1/2 cup, or is this a cup here? No, that's a 2/3 cup. Once in my life, I will be organized. Once in my life, I will be organized. When will that be? Will I still be? Oh, here makes my turkey baster. What the heck is it doing in there? I have a really good idea for something with my turkey baster I want to tell you is about. I can't find my cup measure. So this is a 1/2, so I got to do 1 1/2, so I'll just do 3 of these. All right, so it says here, until smooth and fully combined. Okay, smooth. I didn't even need this other one, because all I needed was a cup. Now gradually add the self-rising flour into the mixture. Stir with a spoon or use your hands to bring the ingredients together. All right, we don't need the whisk anymore. Let's open this up. I'll open it over here. Okay, so it can go on the paper towel because I'm sure I'll make a mess. Because that's just me. I don't know about you, but being old, getting older, my hands just don't work. between the arthritis and the neuropathy from the diabetes, I just can't ever open things. It's horrible. It really things getting old, guys. Okay. All right, this is, see why I had a paper towel here? Because I knew I wasn't going to open it properly. I'll have to put it in a container or a Ziploc bag. All right, so what I need is I need 3 of these, okay? So now gradually add the self-rising flour into the mixture with a spoon. All right, so we'll do a wooden spoon, and then we'll start, we'll mix it with our hands if we need to mix it with our hands, the dough. All right, so I need 3 of these, so 1, let's do 2. Well, that's 1. We'll gradually add this, stir this in, then we'll do 2. Oh, wait a minute. What did I say I needed? 1.5, right? Right, so these are halves, so I need 3. Yes, I need 3. All right, 3 of these. All right, mix this in gradually. Let's do the other cup. And then we'll do 1 more. Right, 3 cups, 3 half cups. That's a 1.5 cups. Cup, 1 more half a cup. It gets rough when you have to add the flour. It's a little tough to thing. I guess that's why it says to mix with your hands, but get this off of here. All right, so then it says now, what you have to do is, I got to use my hands now to get it ready, finish getting it mixed. And it's going to be a little sticky, it says, but it says it's not going to, it shouldn't be hard to handle, but it should be a little bit sticky. So it is sticky right now. So let's keep this up here. I guess if it's too sticky, I should add a little bit more flour to it. I don't know. It seems quite sticky though. I don't know, I'm going to add a little bit more flour, because it does seem a little sticky. It says to form a dough, but it really is sticky. I wonder if it's too sticky. Okay, let me check this out. Let me read this again. Now, lightly, okay, wait. Bring the ingredients together until a soft dough forms. It should be slightly sticky, but easy to manage. I don't know. I don't think it should be this sticky, guys. I'm just going to add that much more flour, and then that's it. I'm not going to add any more. All right. It says not to overwork it, so I don't want to overwork it because I don't want it to become tough. So let's just do this and get this all off my hands. And then it says to knead it. All right. Okay. Let's put a little bit of, it says to put flour over here. Should have put my apron on, but you know me. All right. It's definitely sticky. All right. Let's take all this goodness out of here. And then it says to knead it. Oh God, it scared me. All right. Guys, here we are now. I left them in for an extra 4 minutes because I felt like they weren't brown enough for me. But I'm gonna probably, oh look, see it stuck a little bit. I'm gonna toast it probably anyway, but I'm gonna cut one of these now and have a little cream cheese on it. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this one. Yummo. All right, let's get the serrated knife. I'm so excited. Now, I went on, did you ever hear of the chat PTD? I think that's what it's called. I always go on there and talk to them. And the lady gave me, or the person, whoever, the computer, gave me a recipe for 3/4 of a cup of self-rising flour and 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. That lowers the carb content, because even though these are high protein because of the cottage cheese, they also have a lot of carbs in it still. Not as much as a normal bagel. Like a normal bagel, I'll tell you, has, let me tell you, because she wrote it out for me. A normal bagel has, here, let me see. I'll show you right here. Where is it? She just gave it to me. A normal bagel has, wait, let's see. Where is it? She just gave me the whole thing down, written here. Okay. A regular bagel has 55 to 70 carbs in one bagel. Oh my Lord. A regular, my recipe is 37 to 38 grams of carbs in one of these bagels, and then the half almond flour version has 20 to 22 carbs, so that's even better. So I'm gonna definitely, it's funny, I don't have almond flour, but I was thinking about getting it, and I didn't, but I'm gonna get almond flour because a lot of things that are low carb, keto and all that, call for almond flour. I'm not crazy about it. I used to use it years ago when I was doing really low carb and making all kinds of things with low carb. But I know that almond flour is a big thing when you're doing low carbs, when you're doing keto. So, okay, so these are a little doughy, not really doughy, but I like a crispy bagel. So what I'm going to do with my bagel is I'm going to put mine in the toaster. I'm going to get the, it's delicious. It's so good. And that everything bagel seasoning, that's the bomb. If you don't like it, try it. It's so freaking good. All right, I'm just going to have a half because a half's usually okay for me right now. I'm going to start with this one. No, I'm going to start with this one because this one has more of the everything bagel. All right, so let's put that in here. Yeah, so that's a big difference. 20 to 22 carbs in one with the almond flour. The one with the almond flour has 20 to 22 carbs in one bagel, and the one with the cottage cheese is 35 to 38, I think. So I'm going to put cream cheese on it. You see, it's definitely, it's okay though, because you're gonna toast it. This is how a bagel comes out. This is how a bagel is when you get a bagel. It's so tasty. And I'm telling you, I put a drop of salt in it. It didn't even call for salt, but I taste a little bit of the salt in there. It's good. Let's get some cream cheese. Let's get some cream cheese. All right, I got a little bit of Philadelphia left in here that I'm going to finish up. Okay, I'm going to watch this because I don't want the bagel seasoning to burn, but I want the bagel to be crispy because I like a crispy bagel, like I said. Let's check it out and see what it looks like. Now it definitely has to go longer. It definitely has to go longer. Oh. All right, let's check this out. Like I said, I'm eating the bagel itself. So yummy. I made a bagel. I made a bagel. I gotta send my daughter and let her show her friend, because her friend does cottage cheese things all the time. I made a bagel. Tell Bella I made cottage cheese bagels. They're amazing. Her friend makes, I was telling you, the cottage cheese pancakes, and she said they're amazing, and Julie tasted them, and she said they're amazing. So that's on the menu tomorrow. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to watch this. But I'm going to leave it on a long time because like I said, I like it dark. I like it dark. God, it's 4 o'clock already, guys. What am I going to make for dinner tonight? I don't even know. What did we have last night? We had chicken again last night, which was very good. That meal that I made, hair in my mouth. That meal that I made the other night, last night, was delicious. Ow. There we go. That's how I like it. See that, guys? That's how I like my bagel. Woo! A little bit burnt. That's okay. I love that. So I'm going to let that cool a minute. Then I'm going to put the cream cheese on it. That's exactly how I like my bagel. So, so yummy. So good. So, like I said, where is the Gotsy thing? Yeah, 37 to 38 carbs in my recipe. I definitely got to do the half. I'm going to eat these up, and then I'm definitely going to go and get the almond flour, because like I said, if I could have a bagel that's only 20 carbs, and if I'm eating a half, like right now I'm only eating a half, so what is that? Even with this, it's 37 to 38, so like 15, 20 grams, what it is of a half. But still, once in a while to have a bagel, and still be able to have a bagel even though it's not a real bagel, but it's still a bagel. You know what I mean? Let's get the cream cheese on. My problem too is I like a lot of cream cheese on my bagels. When I go get a bagel at the bagel store, I tell them extra cream cheese. Yeah, I know, I got nerve, right? But that's Linda. I told you that. Linda always has to have extra, have more. Okay, ready? Ready, people? Mmm. Got that crispiness. That is so good. You really do get that. Especially toasting it like that, you get that bagel consistency. It really does taste like a bagel. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying it. Mmm. I'm shocked how good it is. Sorry, I'm just telling my sister. I'm shocked. I really think that my kids will like these. I'm not kidding. I really do. I don't think you have to like cottage cheese. I really don't. I really don't think you have to like cottage cheese. Guys, I'm flabbergasted. I really am. Because for a diabetic, you're always trying to look for something that tastes like what it's supposed to taste like. Tastes like a bagel, tastes like a pasta, tastes like, something that you want to have, that you crave, and 90% of the time it doesn't cut it. The fake doesn't cut it, but this really takes you to the point where you really think you're having a bagel. It tastes just like a bagel. You don't taste the cottage cheese whatsoever. All it is eggs, cottage cheese. And what else? What else went into it? Why can't I remember? God, Linda. It's delicious. I can't even believe how good it is. And flour. Oh, flour. Flour, eggs, 2 eggs, cottage cheese, and flour. That's it. And the thing is that if you like a crispy bagel, and I just think in general, even the other side of it is not as like this side of the bagel didn't crisp up as the other one did, but it's still nice and crisp. It's still. Oh. Mm. Mm. So good. So good. Happy, yeah. Hi, Gladys. Hi, Gladys. Oh, Gladys, I know you're bedridden. I wish you would have somebody come over and make you these bagels, especially with your diabetes now. Maybe I can mail you one. I don't know. I'm going to look into that. You got to have a family member that could come over and make these for you. They're 3 ingredients. They're so easy. Oh, my goodness. Look into it, okay? I'm going to look into mailing you a couple of these. I'm not even kidding. I'm being serious, Gladys. I'm being serious. All right, guys. I'm just going to vacuum here because you see the mess I made, flour and everything else all over the floor. I hope it picks up because if this is full, it won't really pick up, but I don't really know how to empty it. My husband always empties it, but I think it'll pick it up, so I think it's okay. Cooper does not like the vacuum. He always barks at it, growls at it. Doesn't have to. But normally I have to vacuum after I make dinner, because those crumbs and stuff all over the floor. But I'm probably going to have to do that anyway, but now I'm just doing it because of all the flour and stuff. Because you know me, I make a mess. That's just the way it is. So I'm just going to vacuum. Pick it up, but it ain't picking up great. I might as well get over here. Because there's always follow the dog there in this house. I told you that, guys. It's just so bad with dog. So this has to be done at least twice. At least, definitely once, if not twice a day. Today's gonna probably be 2 times. I tell you, I had that half a bagel. I'm full. A half a bagel is sufficient. With the sleeves, I can't eat the whole bagel. Maybe in a half hour I'll go back to the other half. Not right away. But it's delicious, guys. And really, I'll give it a 10 out of a 10. 10 out of a 10. I'm not kidding. And like I said, outside, like I said, they really do taste like real bagels. I'm not just blowing the horn. I'm really not even kidding. And I'll tell you the truth because, you know. It's hard to get into these nooks and crannies of everything. Such a pain. I don't know what you're barking at. It can't hurt you, buddy. It can't hurt you. Really can't. From all over the place. Yeah, it's kind of sticking up, but not that great. It really isn't picking up that great. Hi people, I'm bringing you close to into my bathroom. I wanted to show you this. We got this the other day. We had one like it, but we needed to replace it because it was gross. Anyway, it's one of these things where you put the pod things in here. I'll show you. You get these little, it comes with these pod things, right? Comment down below if you use these or if you know of these. It's really, really good. You put them in here, okay? And what you do is, let's throw this paper out. Now the garbage is full. You see, nobody takes the garbage out in the bathroom. Is it so hard? Now this is a magnet one, okay? Let me put you a little bit closer. It could be a little bit of a pain in the butt because it doesn't always click right on, but you just got to work with it. Work it a little bit. But anyway, sorry, I'm trying to get you focused. All right, so it's called Snow Fridge. Really, really good. So see, they go in there, and now right here is like a little thing where it clips on. It's a magnet, or supposedly. So you do this. Now watch, it doesn't always work. When it's over there, it gives me an issue. But you do this, and you push this little button thing down, and then there's a little hole, so you just put it right in that hole, and it comes right off. Now, it's really good because as soon as you put this back in here, watch, you go like this, it closes back up. So what I do is we keep it over here. It actually was on the wall, but it came off. It wouldn't stay. We keep it there by the toilet, okay? TMI, but I'm just trying to show you. And then what it does is, it's really good and convenient because, you know, you have 5 people in the bathroom. So you stick it in like this, see? You put it in, and as soon as it hits the water, it suds up, and it's purple. This one is purple. We had a blue one. We have blue ones and purple ones, and the water turns blue. So you don't have to stick your hand in here, gross, 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 can I? You just use this, and it scrubs it, and then you can either leave the water in, you know, because it just colors the water for a couple of minutes like so, or you don't have to. You can just flush it. I normally flush it, but it's good because, you know, it's right here convenient. The garbage is right here, which I have to empty now because nobody emptied it. Okay, so just scrub it good, and you get a lot out of one little pod. And it's, you know, yes, you gotta buy the pods, yeah, it's just like buying a cleaner. I have a cleaner here, I have these alcohol wipes that I keep here, encouraging people to take care of the toilet bowl. And then I have this cleaner here for the sink and stuff like that. But like I told you, I've been going over this toilet bowl every day, every other day when the men come out of it and stuff, because it's really just, it's just, I don't know what to talk about it. All right, so I have a garbage here, so then all you do is you push this button and the little pod goes right out and right into the garbage. So that's perfect. So then you put it back in here, and there it is in there. Just gonna put it this way. There you go. I'm gonna spray this as well and wipe this down because I have the wipes here that I'll use as well. But since I'm doing this, I might as well, because I did it yesterday. Yeah, I think I did it last night, or no, during the day yesterday. I did the sink and stuff. Every day that I go in there and wash, when I go in there and wash my hands, when I go in the bathroom to wash my hands after I go to the bathroom, whatever, I always wipe down the faucet and the sink, because the men in this house, they brush their teeth, they don't know how to rinse. I just, hello? I can't. All right, so this is my kind of routine. I don't always go over the toilet bowl itself. Every other day I'll go over the toilet bowl, but like inside the toilet, I clean a lot, probably 2 or 3 times a day. Honestly, I really do, because it's just too much. Not my funnest part. I don't like cleaning the toilet. Nobody does. That's why nobody in this house except my husband and I do it. And, you know, they don't care. They'll live in a dirty bathroom. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. And I have to go crazy in order to get them to even do the shower. Like, you know, my husband and I get on them, and then they'll do it. But, you know, it's just a hassle. Anyway, this is life. So, one thing I can't stand is a dirty kitchen. You know, my kitchen gets messy and all that, but it's not dirty. You know, I can't stand a dirty kitchen and a dirty bathroom. I just can't. So I got to get some paper towels to wipe this off, because what happens is too, it gets very dusty, and if you don't dust it first and you wipe it first with wipes and stuff, then you have like the dust on here. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, so I'm going to take this garbage out of here as well and throw it out, because we know the story. All right, since I'm doing it, I'm just going to go over the sink. I'm going to put these away. Put these over here. I'll just wipe this down with paper towel. Like I said, it gets dusty. And the floor has to be done, but I'm not doing the floor today. Actually, I really want to do this. The white in this, it's so dirty. Wipe that down. But right now, I'm just going to do the faucet and the sink. It's never ending. It's just never ending, you know. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's always someone else I see. Don't let a fragment of your life to wander free. 'Cause losing everything is like the sun going down on me. I love Elton John and Michael George. George Michael, Michael George. George Michael sings that song, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. I love it. I was just listening to it on the... When I pause you guys, a lot of times I listen to music. Just love music. All right, sorry about that. I got a call. Put in a call for a physical therapy evaluation because my back and my legs are always hurting, and it's hard for me to walk far distances, and I have a little bit of a limp. So I'm gonna have an evaluation, see if there's something they can do to strengthen my legs or something, or I fall a lot because I have no strength in my lower legs and my body and my knees and it's not safe. Like on the cruise, it was rough. Like walking a lot. It was hard. So I want to see if there's something that I need to do for it, or if something needs to be done, to help me have more of a physical life. So that's what I'm doing. So I got that phone call. All right, so I cleaned that up there, and I vacuumed in here the other day, but this floor really needs a mopping, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just not. We have a towel that's behind this door that hangs on the door that everybody wipes their hands on, but I just can't stand when, because the boys especially, they'll come in the bathroom, they'll wash their hands, and then they dry their hands over here behind the door, but the sink is always wet and with water on it, and I just can't stand it. So I always put a hand towel. We don't have we had hooks, but they fell. So I keep a hand towel right here, which is like a hint for them to keep the sink dry. When I come in here, I like the towel here to know that it's here, and then hopefully they'll get the hint and dry the sink off. But you know the way that goes. So, okay, so I got that accomplished. I feel better with that. I made bagels. I vacuumed the kitchen. Oopsie daisy. I vacuumed the kitchen. I straightened up the bathroom. I cleaned up the bathroom. And it's right now, it's 4:45. So there goes the day. Because I got a late start. Well, no, I got out of the house 10:30, but still. So it's getting close to dinner time. I gotta do the dishes before I start dinner. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. I really just feel like making nothing for dinner tonight. I don't know, maybe we should just have leftovers and everything. Fend for yourself kind of night. I really don't feel like making a big meal tonight, guys. You don't have to make a big meal every night. You just don't. I'm thinking. I have chopped meat. I really don't want to make anything big. I really don't. Let me see what my kids are doing. Who's that? All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do for dinner. And then I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I'm going to put these... I'm not going to cut these garlics up. Grind them, chop them. I'm just going to put them in here. And then when I need them, I'll do that. Because I don't feel like doing that right now. And as long as I have them like this, I can always just stick them in the... I bought a small pack. Usually I buy the big one, which is like $7, $8 in either Walmart. Usually Walmart doesn't have the big pack. I always get them in ShopRite, and they're like $6, $7, close to $8 probably. But I bought the smaller pack with the ones that are in the individual thing. This was like $4, $4 or $5, something like that. I don't know. So it's cheaper. So I got that. But anyway, I needed some fresh garlic. I have some bulbs in there. I just can't stand the bulbs. If I have to use them, I'll use them. Or if I need to be more conservative, spending less money, I will do that, and I do. But sometimes I just do the thing that's not so budgety, just to save some time and some aggravation. Sometimes you just have to, and I do sometimes. So everybody's fending for themselves tonight, because I told you tonight's Thursday. A lot of times on Thursdays, I don't cook a big meal or cook even a meal sometimes, or something very, very easy, because Billy works in the, he works 2 to, like, he doesn't get home till like 12, 1 o'clock. So Julie works till 8 or 9. So everybody kind of works late. Darren doesn't get home till not 8, 7 or 8. Frankie's going to be home late. So I said, let's just fend for ourselves tonight. I have leftover ribs in there, and I have pork from the other night. I have some mashed potatoes and corn, or corn and mixed vegetables. I'm going to have that. So since I did this bigger video with you guys today with cleaning, and I had the grocery haul up there, I figured I'm not going to do a big meal tonight just to cook for you guys anyway. I mean, we're going to eat it, of course, if I did that, but I'm not going to do that. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So right now I did a little bit more cleaning in the kitchen, just some quick, just sprayed myself with orange juice. Just a little quick, I went over the microwave and the toaster oven and the coffee pot and just the ice maker and the water thing over there, just to go over it. I have to go over my stove because we didn't really, I got it a little dirty, and I think last night or something, or somebody did, and I need to go over it. Since especially we're not cooking tonight, I don't want a dirty stove, so I'm going to wipe that down. Going to get to that. I did all the dishes in the sink. I didn't take yours along. I did all the dishes. I just have this soaking from the stuff that I made, the bagels or whatever, and I wanted to soak that. So I'm soaking that, and yeah, so I won't have a big mess tonight. I already had a mess that I had to clean up, so I did that already. So yeah, so we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna get my dinner going soon, and then we'll sit on the chair and maybe do some reading, maybe do some straighten up the living room a little bit. Like I said, I did the bathroom. Tomorrow's Friday. Billy's off tomorrow, and he's off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and actually Jenny's coming over tomorrow after the program. So. Tomorrow night I'll cook. I'm not sure what I'm going to make. I have chopped meat in there. We had tacos the other night, so I'm not going to make that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to make yet. Maybe I'll make some burgers or something. Burgers and french fries. We haven't had burgers in a while. So we'll see how the weather is. Alexa, what's the weather going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be cloudy and increasingly windy with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 33. There's a 63% chance of showers in the evening.
Crappy. The weather's been so beautiful the last 3-4 days. It's been sunny, it's been warm, it's been beautiful. Now the last couple of days are crappy. So even if we do burgers, I'll do them in the toaster oven or whatever. I'm not going to go outside in the rain. If it was nice out, maybe I'd make them on the grill or the flat grill thing, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. Anyway, I can't wait to get back into that. That's gonna be fun. I love that. What is it called again? The flat thing. I forget what it's called. My mind is completely frozen right now. If you think of it, let me know. I'll remember in a minute. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I have some pork left over, and like I said, I have some barbecue ribs left over. The other ribs, the brown sugar ones, I put in the freezer. So they're in the freezer because nobody's going to eat those now. But I'm going to eat these. So I'll have 2 more of these today. If I don't eat any more of these by tomorrow, I'll put them in the freezer too because there's 2 or 3 left in here. I have the mashed potatoes and vegetables that were in the refrigerator from yesterday with the gravy and the corn and the mixed vegetables on there. I'm heating up those because I feel like that. And I was gonna make a sweet potato, but I decided on just having that. It's easy. It's fine. I'll eat that up or as much as I want, and this way we'll utilize what we have in there, without wasting it. So that's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to do. So I'm very grateful and very, very, very thankful for what I have and what, because it could be a lot worse. We have what we need and what we want. So, God always provides. I told you that. God always provides. All right, let me get that out of there. I heated up the mashed potatoes and the corn and the vegetables. I'm going to heat up my ribs. I'm going to actually mix a little bit this. I hope it's hot enough. I'm going to mix a little bit of, I meant to get sweet and sour sauce today. All right, I got duck sauce, and I'm going to heat up some of the not heat up, but I'm gonna have some of the barbecue sauce and the duck sauce together. Let's see if this is hot, because one thing about me is that I like my food hot, like really, really hot. And usually by the time I go sit down and go to eat my food, it's cold, and then I gotta go back to the microwave. Oh, it's not even heated up. It's not even warm. It was in there for three minutes. Mashed potatoes are. There's a little part that's hot and a little part that's not. Isn't that weird? I'll put this on for another 2 minutes. The ribs have to go in another minute. I'm gonna get a drink and then I'll be back in 1 second. I have some Snapple, but I don't have. Yeah, I have a little bit of Snapple here. I might have another one in the fridge. I have Crystal Light in there. Sometimes I don't want Crystal Light. I don't know. I love Snapple too, but I don't always have it. Julie gets it a lot, and she buys. She always gets me some. She gets it, but I don't always get Snapple. I mean, they have it on sale and stuff, but it is more money than like the Crystal Light, you know. Oh, here I have some. I think. Oh yeah, perfect. I had some left in here. Oh, there's not much in here, but that's right. I have, raspberry's my favorite. It's zero Snapple, guys. But I only have a little bit of raspberry left. I just spilt it. Like, really? What am I doing? Hello? I missed the glass completely. Alright. So I have the lemon tea. And I have the raspberry, so I'll just mix it. Not a big deal. All right, perfect. Perfect. All right, so the mashed potatoes should be done now. And I'll put the ribs back in for another 25 seconds. Because I want my ribs to be warm, too. Okay. That should be good. Let's heat this up another, perfect. 25 seconds. So I'm just gonna pour this into my bowl, on my plate, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get a spoon. I'm so excited about those bagels, guys. Those bagels. I'm so excited too to get the almond flour and make them with the almond flour. Because that'll be even less carbs, and I'm sure they're just as good. I don't know, because I'm really like, almond flour could be a little funny, so I'll have to definitely test them out. I'm not crazy about things with almond flour, and that's not good because almond flour is what you have to use to make low carb, you know. But sometimes it could be mashed, you know. If it's mashed, then like there's a recipe that I made. Where's that thing that I made a blueberry muffins, and that recipe has almond flour in it, and it's delicious. And I really, really like that recipe. And you don't taste the fact that it has almond flour in it. But there are other recipes that I've made. I don't know where my other little thing is. There are other recipes that I've made that you can definitely taste that it's almond flour, and that the texture is crappy. I don't like that. So anyway, I'll try them out though. I don't know if it's up here. I have another little. I bet you my son or daughter has it. That's probably they probably have it. My daughter and son will take food upstairs, and they keep their plates up there until they bring them down, and then they start and then they wash them because they wash their own stuff. But in the meantime, they don't bring them back immediately. So it's upstairs. But I'm missing some of my bowls and some of my stuff. I'm telling you guys, the patience you have to have. Yeah, you have to have patience. But, you take the good and the bad with the bad. That's what you got to do. That's what life's about. All right. So there's a little bit of mashed potatoes here. I am going to have some mash, but I'm not eating a lot. It's mostly veggies. Only a little bit. I do a lot of justifying, but it is what it is. All right. All right. Mm. So this is, the ribs are kind of getting on the mashed potatoes, vice versa. I don't care. All right, we're gonna go sit and eat. Mm. So good. I'm hungry. I don't think, what did I have for lunch? I had a couple of chicken fries. All right. Where's the salt and pepper? I need a little pepper. I need a little salt. All right. Let me go inside and get my stuff ready inside, and then I'll show you guys. All right, guys. Here's my food. So I'm gonna eat now. I have my iced tea there. There's my book. I'm gonna eat my spare ribs and my mashed potatoes with mixed vegetables, and then I'm gonna come back on with you before I say goodbye and read my woman's quote. All right. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. So I'm gonna read my woman's quote. Okay. This one is called, this is day, what day is this? Day 15, and it is finding the Lord's favor. Now, therefore, if I found favor in your sight, please show me now your ways, that I may know you in order to find favor in your sight. Consider, too, that the nation is your people. Exodus 33:13. Heavenly Father, show me your favor in all areas of my life. Remind me that when things fall apart or I am disappointed, it's for the best. You still have a plan for me, and good things are waiting for me. Thank you for all the blessings you give me. Amen. I love that. Heavenly Father, show me your favor in all areas of my life. Remind me that when things fall apart or I am disappointed, it's for the best. You still have a plan for me, and good things are waiting for me. Thank you for the blessings you give me. Amen. I absolutely love that. That's amazing. So I'm going to write, my little quote is going to write, I'm going to write, I know I have everything because I believe in your word. I know I have everything because I believe in your word. That's the quote that I'm writing to God. Love that, guys. I love it, love it, love it. Day 15. I know I have everything because I believe in your word. So, so great. Day 15, guys. Exciting. There you go, guys. That's the quote. Love it, love it, love it. So, I ate most of my food. I didn't eat all those mashed potatoes and stuff. I could only have a little bit. It was so filling. But I did eat 2 of the ribs. It was absolutely delicious. And I threw the rest of the potatoes out. There was a little bit left. I threw it out. So we used up that, which was so great. I feel so good when I do that. You know, utilize stuff. So it was really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun making those bagels. I'm so excited for the next thing. I might make the cottage cheese pancakes tomorrow morning. If I do, I'm definitely going to film it. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Because when you subscribe, it really does help my channel grow. And I so appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the notification button and that bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. Thank you so much for coming into my home and my kitchen with me and creating. I love all of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Reading this book, really, really good book, guys. I think I'm on like chapter 8 or 9. Home is where the bodies are. My son got this for me at the library. So, really good book. It's like a kind of like a thriller. But I thought it was more of like a murdery type of thing. I don't think it really is. But it's like this home is where the bodies are. It's more of a, it doesn't mean exactly what it says, what you would think it would mean. So, but it's a really, really good book if you want to get a good book. Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm done reading it. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Bye. Love yous. Bye.